Okay, so it is a brand new year. I've got a new setup and it's time for a new client. In this video, we're going to be checking out Cloud Client. Cloud Client is a brand new client that's just been released and it looks really cool. It's a Forge-based client, just like many clients are nowadays, but it's completely open source, so anyone can contribute to the project. It's also got 25 plus mods and a really clean menu. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out on my low-end PC, seeing what FPS it gives me, and seeing if Cloud Client's a good option for you. If you're new around here, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at Cloud Client. Alright guys, so here we are on their website. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. But yeah, Cloud Client, the most advanced PvP client ever. So yeah, this is their website here basically. And as you can see, we've got a screenshot of the main menu here. Looks really nice, really clean. And then we've got some of the main features here. So it's a Forge-based client. So as you can see here, it says, unlike most clients, Cloud Client is a Forge mod. So technically it's not a client, but it does take over your entire Forge and it looks really good. And it's also got advantages to it. It means you can use it alongside other mods such as replay mods, resource pack organizer, or any kind of FPS or performance enhancing mods that you may have on Forge. You can use this client with. It's really compatible and really customizable. As I said in the intro, it's also open source, so you can go ahead and go onto their GitHub and contribute for yourself. And as you can see, we've got 25 plus mods, which we'll take a look at later on in the video. So you've got two options if you want to install Cloud Client. You can either download the mods and put it in your Forge mods folder. This means you've got to download the latest version of Forge for yourself. You've probably got to delete all your mods so it doesn't get confused. And yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So I'm going to go ahead and do the installer method, but either way works fine. Just choose the one that's best for you. So you press on that and it takes you to their GitHub here. So it's available for both Windows, Mac and Linux, which is really good to see. It's a pretty bare bones basic installer, but it does everything you need and it just gets the job done. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the installer for Windows. So I just download cloudinstaller.exe. And then as you can see here, when I first open it up, this is what I'm greeted with. Now, if you get a virus pop up or something like Windows protected your PC, just press on more info and press run anyway. All right, so this is the Cloud installer here. So we've got the option to download for 1.7.10 or 1.8.9. I'm going to go ahead and get the 1.8.9 version. Now I've deleted my Forge and my mods folder, so this is going to install it and do it all for me. So this is one of the things that's really good about the installer. It means you don't have to do anything. You just press one button and you're good to go. So yeah, I'm going to go press 1.8.9. As you can see here, it's found that I haven't got Forge installed, so it installs it for me. So if you get this, just press install client and then press OK. This then installs 1.8.9 Forge. Then what it does is it downloads the cloudclient.jar and puts that into your mods folder for you. So yeah, really useful little tool. And then yeah, if we just press on this again, downloaded Cloud Client and put it in my mods folder. Perfect. Don't need to do anything else now. All right, so just open up Minecraft. Now I'm just going to go to installations, new installation, and then try and find 1.8.9 Forge, which is going to be right the way down the bottom. There we go, it's right at the bottom, 1.8.9 Forge. And then yeah, just select it from your menu here, press play. So yeah, there's a lot of advantages to running it off Forge, such as adding your own mods and customizability and that kind of thing. Lots of people say that Forge is probably like one of the best for performance, but it varies from person to person. So yeah, it's an advantage, but I guess it could also be a disadvantage as well. Anyway, here's the main menu. Looks really clean, really nice. And yeah, it's a pretty basic menu, but yeah, let's go ahead and go into game and see what mods we've got. All right, so I've just joined my single player worlds here on Cloud Client. So to open up the main mod menu, you just press right shift on your keyboards and here we go. Here is the Cloud Client mod menu. So we just press on open mods here and here we are. So as you can see, we've got the date and time up here. Lots of clients are starting to add this now, like Feather Client, which is really good to see. Here are all our mods here on a nice little scrollable menu here. You can actually drag this anywhere on your screen, which is really good. It's a little bit big for my liking. So there is a light and a dark mode, as you can see on the bottom left here. We're going to go on dark mode because why not? We've got FPS, keystrokes, armor status, but we've got some cool stuff in here as well, like snap look. We've got speed indicator. We've got free look. Obviously, be careful using that on Hypixel. I don't want you guys to get banned out there. And one thing that I saw in their trailer, which is really cool, is the crosshair mods. So on the crosshair mod, you can actually draw a crosshair that you want to use. So if I just wanted to, I don't know, have a crosshair like this, let's make it red, why not? And now look at that. My crosshair is literally what I've just drawn. That is so cool. I've never seen that before on a client. That's one of the things that kind of stood out to me. And yeah, we've got some pretty cool mods. We've got GUI blur, we've got motion blur, which lots of people asked for in my client. Honestly, it kind of feels good. I'm not too sure if this is just me, but I can actually feel there's a bit of motion blur here. We've got no hurt cam, which is good for 1.8 PvP. We've got scrollable tooltips, particle multiplier, nick hider, which is very good on Hypixel if you're disguised. And yeah, we've just got, you know, the standard mods as you'd expect here. If we go into settings here, we can actually change the font of this client as well, which is really cool. Look at this. So what's really cool is it's actually picked up the fonts that I've got on my PC. So this is one that I recognize here, and I can literally just change the client to that font. That is so cool. I have no idea how they've done that, but absolute game-changing feature. It's one of those small things that I really appreciate. You can also change the menu color as well. So if I wanted to make it, I don't know, a nice blue or something, I can do that from the main menu here. And you can also turn on and off rounded corners as well, but I like to keep them on because they look nice. But yeah, let's go through some of the main mods. So we've got the FPS mod here. Now to get to the settings, I didn't actually realize, but you actually press on the right click on your mouse and that takes you to the settings of each mod. So you can change the modes here of how you want your FPS mod. So Legacy is just the standard Minecraft font and Modern is the font that we've just chosen. You can enable and disable the background. You can change the color of it. And yeah, we've also got keystrokes as well. So we can, again, make this Legacy or we can make this Modern. Really, really nice. So I'm going to enable toggle sprint as well. That's one of the essential mods that I normally use. So yeah, you kind of get the gist of it here with all of these mods. You can enable Fulbright as well, although I'm not sure if it's working right now. If it isn't, since this is a Forge-based client, you can just get the Fulbright mods and you'll be good to go. We've got armor status as well here, which is pretty good. I haven't got any armor on right now, so you can't see it. I don't know what snap look is. It actually explains it right here. It allows you to see you in third person by holding a button. Oh, that's super cool. So I can just see behind me real quick just by pressing a key. I believe Salwia client has this feature as well, snap look. So we've got coordinates as well. Again, probably the same settings as all of the other mods that we've seen. You can have the server address, ping, CPS. Speed indicator is an interesting one. I kind of want to check that out. Shows how many blocks you travel per second on the HUD. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So if we just go forwards here, as you can see, we're going at a speed of about 6 to 7 ms. So to drag the mods around on your screen, it's pretty simple. You just press right shift and you can just drag them anywhere on your screen, which is really good. It'd be nice to see snapping. That would be quite a good feature. And another feature I'd really like to see as well is the option to resize them as well. So if they could add that in the future, that would be really cool. And they might have even added it by the time you guys are watching this video because it's always being updated, which is really good to see. But considering this is the very first beta version of Cloud Client, I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, we've got 1.7 animations, which is really good. It means I don't have to use an external mod. So we've got block hitting back. Okay, we've still got a zoomed in rod, which is a bit annoying. I think the bow might actually be 1.8 as well. Okay, that's a little bit annoying there that we've got the zoomed in rods. And when I block hit in F5, it doesn't go completely flat. So it's not the best, but I suppose if you still want to do a bit of block hitting in PvP, it looks a lot better than it does in standard 1.8, that's for sure. We've also got free look as well, which you can just hold down a keybind and look all around you. Like I said, this is bannable on some servers, so make sure you guys check the rules. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much just the standard, you know, block overlay, info, reach display. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. Like I said, I would like to see some resizable options for the mods. And also this main menu as well. It's really big on my screen for some reason. I don't know why that is. And I can't seem to make it any smaller. And every time I launch it, it always launches in the same position. I have to drag it up. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying. But like I said, it's the first version of this client. They've done a pretty good job so far. Maybe it might also be a nice feature to be able to set your mods as the same color that your menus are. That'd be a pretty good option maybe on some of the mod menus. But yeah, I love this crosshair thing. This is really cool. I've never seen this before. Whoa, look at the animations on the keystrokes. Look at that. Really nice clean animation on there. So the other major caveat of this client is since it is Forge based, it does conflict with a lot of mods. For example, I've had to completely reinstall Minecraft to get this client to work, which is why I haven't got any texture packs. And yeah, I was just getting so many crashing issues when I was installing this client. So if you guys have got the same problem, just reinstall Minecraft. Obviously back up like all your worlds and texture packs and stuff. I would like to see Optifine maybe included as standard, because as you can see, if we go into the video settings, it's pretty vanilla right now. We might be able to add Optifine into the mods folder, but if it crashes, then that's obviously not going to be so good. In fact, let's try it. All right, so we're going to go for this setup here, 1.8 and Cloud Client. Is it going to work? So far, so good. So yeah, we've installed 1.8 Optifine. For some reason, it makes all the options go really weird. For example, here, that looks pretty odd for some reason. So now we're getting much better FPS thanks to Optifine. And yeah, it's a pretty nice PvP client that we can add our own mods to. Just be very careful what you add. And yeah, now we can put all our settings back to how we had them. So as you can see in this world here, I'm on my main gaming PC right now. We're getting about 900 FPS. 1000 FPS, which is really good, but obviously I've got quite a good computer. So yeah, what we're going to go ahead and do is load up my low-end PC and see how it runs on there. Alright guys, so I'm currently on my low-end PC. As you can see here, I've just joined a single player world and we're on just the standard 1.8 vanilla, and we're currently getting about 200 FPS, just under 200 FPS in this little desert village biome here. So yeah, we'll see how much we get using Cloud Client. Now I'm not going to install Optifine just to keep things fair. Alright guys, so here we are in the same world using Cloud Client. As you can see here, if I open up the mod menu. But yeah, if we throw up our FPS here, we can use the Cloud Client FPS mod for this. As you can see, our FPS is not the best right now. And that's because I've had to reinstall Minecraft, so all my settings are all messed up. So let's just go ahead and put it to what it was on before. But yeah, here we go. And then if we just go into full screen as well. In the same world, as you can see, we're actually getting a little bit less FPS than we were in vanilla. And considering we're running Forge as well, and Forge is notoriously bad for performance, this isn't actually too bad, and I'm sure our FPS would be even better if we used Optifine or any other kind of FPS boosting mod that you can get on Forge. So yeah, that's quite an interesting test. I thought that the FPS would be a lot worse because it's Forge based, but it's actually pretty similar. Anyway, let's install Optifine, get all my settings optimized, and then we'll try and do some PvP on my low-end PC. Okay, and what do you know? We've got Optifine on Cloud Client, and the FPS has actually improved. So before we were getting just under 200, but now we're getting just over. And yeah, obviously I haven't messed around with the settings like properly. I haven't gone through every single option. But yeah, I mean, the FPS is pretty good on Cloud Client. And if you want to check it out for yourself, like I said, I'll leave it in the description. And you guys can check it out and see if it's good for you. Little TNT test there. Alright, so now that we're in Hypixel Duel, our FPS is probably about the same as it was in single player. Are we going to win our first duel? Of course we are. We hit him while he was AFK. So yeah, I'm quite happy to see more clients coming out nowadays. I'm working away at my Lunar Client, which is going to come out sometime this year. So hopefully you guys are all excited for that. And yeah, I'm very careful with what clients and stuff I promote on my channel. But I'm pretty sure since this is open source and it's got quite a following behind it, lots of people have been telling me to check it out, that this one will be good. And yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. And I'm excited to see what they do with it in the future. So yeah, since this is my first video back in 2023, there's going to be lots of new uploads and big plans for the channel this year. I've obviously got a new setup now. I've got all of my stuff in the background, which I'm going to keep improving because I've noticed that in the background of my videos it's quite boring. I also might be getting a green screen very soon, which would be very good for certain types of content that I've got planned. And I lost. RIP. I'm always open to video suggestions, so just leave them in the comments down below. But I've also got a Google form as well where you can submit video ideas to me, which I'll leave in the description from all my videos from now on. Oh, we've gone kind of low there. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to compare Cloud Client to Lunar and Badlion and Lunar Client maybe even in a future video. If you guys want to see that, then definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I don't think there's any video that's gone as in-depth as I have on Cloud Client since it's literally just come out. So yeah, be interesting to see what people think of this client and whether they'll use it or not. So yeah, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys all for your support last year. And hopefully you'll continue to do so this year. And yeah, thank you guys all for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.